This is a message from my colleagues in Colombia. It's Saturday night and it's about 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is the second round of your presidential election, and I've been following the election from afar. I was very excited after the first round when the centre-left candidate was leading. I even expressed my joy to sympathetic politicians in other South American countries. Don't get too excited, they warned me. The right wing will go to any lengths to subvert the will of the people. They will do anything to get their candidates into office. They will arrest, detain, disappear, and/or murder to get their way. In the last weeks, I've watched their dire prophecies coming true. So, tonight, late as it is, I must speak out. 12 years ago, some of you will remember, in 2010 I performed The Wall in Bogota, and I remember that local students were protesting a visit by the then President of the United States, George W. Bush. Well, let me tell you, nothing much has changed in the United States. Bush and Biden are the same animal. Biden will be supporting the extreme right in your elections in using all of the above undemocratic means to steal this election. Basta! All people, everywhere, should have a right to a genuine democracy with the freedom to express their desires, demands and their dreams without fear of reprisal or detention or even death at the hands of a police force or military that is allied to the ruling elite. The people of Colombia are sick of not having these basic freedoms. They are sick of being locked up for speaking out. They are sick and tired of seeing their friends and families' lives taken by those who think nothing of spilling the people's blood on the altar of profit. For years now, Colombians have raised their voices, crying out for a just peace. They've been answered with riot police committing massacres and paramilitary death squads killing social leaders and human rights defenders in the dark of night. They've seen young activists hunted down and thrown in jail. Young activists who supported last year's national strike are being rounded up in a series of police sweeps cynically called planned democracy. As of yesterday, at least 26 young people have been arrested. In the city of Cali, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, 9 protesters are at the moment on hunger strike demanding their freedom. There is graphic evidence, photos and videos showing gun-toting thugs alongside police attacking unarmed protesters. And even though Colombia is seeing the worst electoral violence in 12 years, none of these thugs are being arrested. Free and fair elections must not be bathed in voters' blood. Stories are already rife of the irregularities and fraud that plagued congressional elections earlier and the first round of the presidential vote. I fear that my friends in South America may be right, and we are seeing a preemptive coup being carried out in plain sight against the people's candidates, Gustavo Petro and Francio Marquez. I hope I pronounced. So, I joined the Colombian people and international solidarity movements and democracy and human rights activists to demand, in the name of truth and decency, 1. The immediate release of young activists detained at part of the so-called planned democracy and an end to the ongoing raids. 2, an end to the political violence that is taking lives every day and making a mockery of these elections in Colombia. 3, that the voice of the Colombian people be heard and respected in this election, and that voice, the voice of the people, be allowed to usher in a new dawn that reflects the needs and wishes of all the people of Colombia, not just the needs and wishes of a corrupt ruling elite. With love, your brother, Roger Waters. Get to the polls. You have to win this election in Colombia, not just for yourselves, but for all of us. We need you.
Bueno, aquí estamos preparados para votar por el cambio. Hoy, 18 de junio, mira, aquí está. Salimos de la comunidad de Pueblo Antioquia a 2 días del municipio de Río Sucio. Esta gente quiere el cambio. Mire cómo está esto acá, en este municipio, en pleno siglo XXI. Las comunidades étnicas, tanto afro, indígenas, pasando trabajo, y hoy decidieron salir a votar masivamente. Petro presidente y Francia Márquez vicepresidenta. Vamos a ganar mañana y vamos a celebrar una gran fiesta. Desde acá de la Colombia profunda, los pueblos indígenas con Petro presidente y Francia Márquez. Estamos aquí. Y aquí está Jorge Andrade, vea, manejando también. Y aquí está la gente de la comunidad de Pueblo Antioquia, la comunidad 2 días, pasando trabajo, pero ellos quieren el cambio. Francisco, no ese santo. Francisco Santo. Bueno, pasen una gente para acá.
Y juegan con el dolor.
Gracias a todos y a todos los que apoyaron para que nuestra gente se pueda movilizar desde lo más profundo de Colombia, de la parte más apartada. Estamos aquí estamos. Muchísimas gracias a la gente, a Luz, a María Ligia, a Adriana, a todos.
Quiero enviarles un mensaje a quienes no han salido a votar, pueden votar, pero no esperen hasta las 4 de la tarde, salgan de una vez, háganlo temprano, no hay mucha fila, háganlo a conciencia, voten de manera crítica, de manera libre, voten por Colombia. Hoy son unas elecciones históricas, estamos votando por nuestros padres y madres, por las abuelas, por nuestros hermanos, hermanas, compañeras, por nuestros hijos y por nuestras hijas. Hoy se escribe o empiezan a escribirse unas nuevas páginas en la historia de nuestro país. Ustedes van a ser protagonistas. Salgan a votar hoy. De verdad, háganos con su corazón y con muchísimo amor.
Bueno, llegó el momento de tomar decisiones para este país. Y la mejor decisión es el cambio por la vida. Gustavo Petro y Francia Márquez. Vamos Colombia, se puede.
Solo quiero poder soñar con una Colombia en paz, libre de miedos y de represión, una Colombia sin corrupción, que para todos sea un lugar mejor, salud, empleo y educación, energías limpias para poder vivir, con el ambiente coexistir. Petro presidente, el líder de nuestra nación. Petro presidente, por una Colombia mejor.
Quiero enviarles un mensaje a quienes no han salido a votar, pueden votar, pero no esperen hasta las 4 de la tarde, salgan de una vez, háganlo temprano, no hay mucha fila, háganlo a conciencia, voten de manera crítica, de manera libre, voten por Colombia.
Mediodía, estamos con entusiasmo, con nervios, con ansiedad, acá siguiendo los WhatsApp, siguiendo el Twitter. ¿No has ido a votar? 12 del día, ¿no has ido a votar? Es ya, el momento es ya. Quedan 4 horas para el cierre de las urnas. Te invitamos a que votes por el cambio, por la democracia, por Petro, por Francia. Vamos por ese voto por la vida.
Somos Zafra y queremos que Gustavo Petro sea nuestro próximo presidente.
Petro presidente.